I'm your host of Third Degree, Eddy Lindenstein, and we are here today with the guest that I've been promising to have on the show, Dirty Menace out of Yuba City, California, now residing in Chico, going to Chico State University. This is Dirty Menace. How you doing today?
Okay, man.
Good to have you on the show.
Thank you.
A series of questions we're going to ask you now that you're on Third Degree for the very first time. First of all, what I've been wondering, and what I'm sure the viewers have been wondering, and hearing the name because they've been asking me for weeks, is how did you come up with the name Dirty Menace? Break that down.
Back in high school, I was more of a class clown, instigator. Had a few teachers within the same week period pull me out of class, and two of them actually both called me a menace. And that was the time when I was trying to look for a name, and just menace just stuck to my head. And I was just like, menace, that sounds tight. And then the dirty part, well, coming from Dirty 530, I was just like, I'll associate myself with 530. So Dirty Menace, that's how I got the name.
And when you say Dirty 530, what is Dirty 530? For anybody out there in TV land that doesn't know.
Dirty 530, that's the area code where I'm from Sacramento all the way up to the Oregon border, between Nevada and 707. It's just all of 530. And also, that's my crew from back home, Dirty 530 crew. So that's right there.
And speaking about your roots, as you just spoke on, how would you classify your relationship to music? Is it just a hobby? Is it a lifestyle? Is it what you want to do with your life?
Music is my life. It's an art, it's a hobby, it's a profession, it's my career. It's what I'm heading at right now. I just love music. I've always loved music ever since I started listening to it, started getting into it.
So your pursuit of music came when you were really little. Was that the first thing you ever wanted to do, or did you want to be a doctor and an astronaut and all that stuff?
Back in middle school, like I really didn't know what I was doing, but I was always listening to music. Actually, my dad used to be in a band, and my mom used to sing in choir for church, and so that's my music roots right there. And I was always having music around me. So as I grew up, like I just took the family tradition on with hip hop, and that's what I'm doing now.
So your parents inspired you growing up.
Yeah.
Was there any particular artist that you can remember as a child that really inspired you to go to music?
No. Well, back in middle school, when it all sort of began, and Eminem barely came out, that's when I started listening to hip hop. So a lot of hip hop that I listened to was Eminem at the beginning, and I just noticed that he was a pioneer as breaking the color barrier, and because back then that was taken over by African Americans, but hip hop has no color barrier. Hip hop is hip hop. Doesn't matter who you are, where you're from, what color you are, and that's what sort of got me doing the hip hop thing. Is just getting in there, trying to be different.
Well, obviously the color barrier is an issue because Eminem always has received a lot of criticism for that. Speaking of that, what are your nationality roots? What ethnicity would you classify yourself as?
Most people assume that I'm full Mexican, but I'm just part Portuguese, Italian, Native American, Black, and German. Part Mexican. Last name's Portuguese, and some people actually say that I don't even look that much Mexican, that I'm a mix of other races and ethnicities, so it's all good. I'm a mutt.
And you spoke briefly about Eminem. Would he be... Essentially my question is, if you could choose one artist in the entire world to battle rap, who would you choose?
I'll choose Eminem and Jin. Most people never heard of Jin. Jin is actually an upcoming artist. You've probably seen him on BET, on 106 in Park. He was a Chinese rapper that came out and got a deal over with Virgin Records with Jadakiss and Rough Riders all over there. So you'll probably be seeing him coming out pretty soon. But him and Eminem, no doubt, I would love to battle one day.
Every musician has some type of an influence. Would you call Jin? I mean, name a few of your current influences.
D12, Worst of 5'9", Raph, D-Block. I listen to a lot of underground music too, so there's Nimrod, probably hear him coming out soon, he's out from New Jersey. There's No Needs, DZK, it's like a lot of underground I'm all influenced by, not a lot of mainstream, but there is some mainstream out there I'm influenced by.
If you could compare yourself to one artist today, and I'd like to go mainstream here because a lot of the people that are watching the show aren't going to know very much underground, if any. If you compare yourself to one mainstream artist, who would it be?
I wouldn't be able to tell you. I just associate myself with all of them. I just can't pick anyone. I'm just original 100%. I just can't connect myself to someone else. They influence me, but it's not to the point where I sound like them or I'm taking their styles or their type of flow. It's all me. So
Now, I first heard about you when I was living in Seattle. As some of you know, I just recently I just moved right back to California. While living in Seattle, I came across his page and I noticed he has several beats, freestyles, everything that you can listen to. Do you have one certain song or beat or anything that you would classify as your favorite?
The track that I did with Shadrach, he's a beat maker and he's a MC as well. The track that we did, They Got It, that was pretty ill. I actually met him and within 2 hours I wrote a part for the song and we recorded and came out with the track the first time when I met him. So that was like really inspirational. That was right there, like I knew I had like the gift to like do music like that. And that's probably like the best song that I could think of that I love.
Perfect. Right now we're going to play a little game that I hope to become a definite tradition here on the show. I'm going to run down a list of words, and Bam, just give me the first, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 words that come to mind when I say them. Rap.
Music, life.
Rock.
Another genre I listen to.
Tupac Shakur.
Great MC.
Eazy-E.
West Coast Pioneer.
Yuba City.
My hometown.
Chico.
Home away from home.
California.
The shit.
Music.
Life.
Dirty Menace.
Next big thing.
Next big thing.
530 King.
And as we're closing out this interview, I'd like everybody on Third Degree to know where can they find your music, where can they listen to it?
I have two sites, myspace.com/dirtymenace and also soundclick.com/dirty530. 2 sites.
And as of right now, do you have an album out? Can people purchase your music? Can they put it on CD? Can they put it on their iPods? I mean, we want to get the name out there. How can people start walking around and listen to Dirty Menace?
I don't have any albums out. I have just random tracks that I do, just stuff I put online. People can download them, people can listen to them. My websites, you can download whatever you want, pretty much. Beats, people can get at me for beats. I sell them, they can give me credit. That's how they get my name out with the beats. But pretty much right now, I'm not with the album yet, but pretty soon I'm actually coming out with some stuff. I'm working with a lot of beat makers, some friends, and just coming out with something new pretty soon.
I was fortunate enough to visit Dirty Menace's studio just a few days ago and noticed he's got a pretty extensive little setup that he's got in there. In terms of the music industry, what are your goals? Do you want to be an MC? I mean, do you want to just rap? Do you want to battle? Do you want to do underground? Do you want to make beats, produce? What do you want to do?
All of it.
Everything.
Always writing, always freestyling, always recording, editing, making beats, engineering, doing all that stuff. It's just music is my life, and it doesn't matter if it's hip-hop, rock, classical, gospel, like everything. I'm influenced by everything, so I'll try to touch it all.
Excellent. All right, man. It's been a pleasure having you on the show. You're going to see his face around the show plenty, don't you worry.
Right.
I'm going to let you take off. And as for me, make sure you keep tuning into the show. I'm hoping every Monday night to have a show. Things could change, work, school, whatnot. But keep looking at Dirty Menace, hard worker, student, does his music thing. Everything's going well. So make sure you check out his site as well as mine. This has been Third Degree, July 17, 2006.